No. And let's go down to the let's go back. That is our ends the recap portion of the show here. Let's go. Let's jump into the preview edition of the podcast here. We're gonna go to back up to the NFL. NFL Week 9 game of the week here. So Grant, you're up. Who is in your Week 9 game of the week?
Oh, dude, there's so many to pick from, and I had 3 in my notes. Thinking that there's a chance that you guys steal this, but steal with one of these other 2 that I had. But you know what? I'm going with a game. It's Sunday night. Both teams aren't in first place in their division. They need a big win against a conference opponent. I'm going Cincinnati and Buffalo. Rematch from last year's playoff game. This game will be in Cincinnati on Sunday night. Like I said, the Dolphins are leading the AFC East. Baltimore's atop the AFC North. These 2 teams, not only do they need a win to stay within their division race, but potential seeding implications down the road if they were to have to meet again in January, or who knows, depending on how tough the AFC is. One team making the playoffs, one team not making the playoffs. And, these teams, they've seen each other a lot. Well, I guess just 2 times last year, so they know each other.
Well, not really twice, because this is also the game DeMar Hamlin collapsed. So there's also some added some added buzz around that game because of what happened
in that same stadium where where DeMar suffered that cardiac arrest. But being that they prepared for each other 2 times within, I think, a 4-week span last year, you get a feel that this is going to be a budding rivalry here in the future. 2 young quarterbacks, and not Mahomes, and Burrow and Allen. Just this is what Sunday night November is all about. It's football in the state of Ohio against Buffalo. It's the Bengals. Who at Sunday night when they play, either the Chiefs or the Dolphins are going to be 7-2, and you got to keep pace with those teams. The Dolphins and Bills still got to play twice this year. The Chiefs still have to play both the Bengals and the Bills. So I'm just excited for this game because the real football starts and Sunday night. What better way to end a weekend than these 2 teams playing on Sunday night?
Absolutely. I like the fact that you said it was a budding rivalry. The Bengals offensive line is going to see another tough test with the Bills pass rush.
Yeah.
After that, there isn't a whole lot on that Bills defense. There's not a whole lot left because of injuries, unfortunately, but they did trade for Roswell Douglas and see if he's able to help on that back end. But this was also a game that I had in my notes, Grant, as a game of the week. But I think we all know where I'm going with my game of the week, and it's a battle for first place in the NFC East.
Oh yeah,
not really, because the Eagles haven't had a bye. Dallas has, but with a win, Dallas can pull to even and be in the driver's seat. I would say that say this would put the winner in the driver's seat. They would both have 2 losses and still have to play out. But if Dallas is able to go into Philly and get a win, they have to be the favorite at that point to win the East. And, keys to the game here for Dallas especially is they cannot be conservative. It seems like all the times in these big games, you go back to the last 2 San Francisco games where Mike McCarthy just plays not to lose. They play too conservative, and they end up having to settle for field goals instead of touchdowns. And they forget that CeeDee Lamb is not on the roster, but that was also what I had in is find CD, find him early and often, keep him engaged in the game. They got to be able to use the pass to open up the run, because I think there are some holes on this Philly defense. The back end is not what it used to be. And I think there's going to be some big plays available there. Michael Gallup, I would like to see get utilized and, build off of what they did against the Rams last week, where they were aggressive. They were cautiously aggressive in the red zone where they were and able to come away to get points. Jake Ferguson has developed into a really nice tight end. Makes wonders when he actually has a quarterback who can get him the ball, unlike when he was in Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to see Mike McCarthy open up the playbook a little bit more on offense, because they can't settle for field goals, because on the opposite side, they've got that offensive line is one of the best offensive line. They've got tremendous weapons on the back end, and A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. There's really no holes there, but Jalen Hurts is dinged up, and Dallas has a tremendous pass rush. They need to get after him. They need to hit him on every single play. Find a way to hit him, make his life miserable, and see if how much he can run, because watching him against Washington and then against Miami the week before, he's clearly not himself. He's clearly not 100%. And if you're able to hit him early, hit him often, I think he's going to be a little bit timid. He's going to try to rush some things and give Dallas some opportunities there to force some turnovers.
One thing I'd like to see if I'm a Dallas fan in this game, Dylan, is this. I want to see Dan Quinn design some pressure schemes where it's more 5 men front. I'm not saying you have to bring 5 men, but put someone over Jason Kelce, so you at least have an advantage where, if, let's say, I put Micah Parsons rushing against Philadelphia's right guard. Tim Jurgens is hurt. Cam Jurgens, he's hurt. I don't know if he's going to play or if he's been back, but
Lane Johnson still has a high ankle sprain.
Has a high ankle sprain. Give me a one-on-one matchup right away. I want to put Micah inside. Rush against that right guard. You bring your other linebacker down. Put him in front of Kelce. So for that quick second off the snap, he can't go over and double team someone right away. Because with Jalen, even if he rushes back in coverage for that split second, Jason's got to worry. Hey, there's a guy in front of me. He might come. So then you know what? You can get a good rush inside, and with Jalen being an athlete, put the pressure in his face. Don't run by him, but keep that pressure in his face to slow him down. So if I'm a Dallas fan, I want to see Dan Quinn do a little more exotic things to try to get this pressure to Jalen, because he's also shown this year he'll throw you some interceptions.
Yep.
Unlike last year. So I'm excited for this game. We got a hell of a window on Sunday. Chiefs and Dolphins in the morning. The Vikings play the Falcons at noon. Take a nap during that game. Cowboys-Eagles, and then you get a quick dinner. Cincinnati-Buffalo.
Nice. That's nice.